Hey there, this is Beth. How are you guys doing today? When I do readings for people, I often give meditations and recommend meditation. And I think my number one meditation problem I hear is I can't stop thinking. And they feel like they're doing it right because all these books say, don't think, don't think. Guess what, folks? You're human. You're going to think. And that's why it's called practice. Just because you can't shut your mind off and have a blank mind and not have thoughts does not mean you are a failure at meditation. It means you're practicing meditation, and that's why we practice. If we could just all flop down and sit and not think, we wouldn't need practice. We're already there. And it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, you're still practicing. You could be a master and you're still going to be practicing meditation. And I bet even they have days where they're like sitting there thinking, I need to go to the grocery store, then I have to go buy some dog food, and then we have to do this and that, or whatever they're planning. Because I know I plan. I plan a lot. It's amazing how much I plan during meditation. I've been doing it for a while. And it just, monkey mind thinking, it's part of being human, why you meditate. So do not feel like a failure because you're thinking and you cannot make your mind be still. That's why we practice. That's why we do it. People tend to, it's like you're a beginner. And when you're a beginner, you don't get to not think. You're going to think, all sorts of things are going to happen. It's not an issue. Things you can do to make yourself ease out of the thinking are non-attachment. I think non-attachment is probably my favorite way to go about it, especially in the beginning. You just let the thought happen and then you let it go. You don't hold on to it. It's one way to do it. You can name it and then let it float away. So I say you're planning. All I can think of is planning right now. Planning or whatever you're doing, or just thinking. I'd say almost all of mine are planning. Planning. I say planning a lot to myself. But you can name what's happening, what you're thinking about in your head. And then you just let it go. You can also just let yourself think and not judge yourself for thinking. That's perfectly fine too. You pick some kind of way that works for you, and if all else fails and you're having a crazy thinking day, just laugh at yourself. Because really, meditation should not make you stressed out, because you're meditating to get de-stressed, to be able to more accurately tune into things. And if you let the thinking just kind of piss you off and get you down and lower your vibe, it's kind of counterintuitive. So just let it go, which is probably the most overused phrase ever, but it's so true. It's like non-attachment, especially in the beginning, when you feel like you can't stop thinking, is a really good way to start detaching from judging yourself, because that's what you do when you say, I can't meditate, I suck at it, I can't stop thinking, or whatever the problem is. And I have some others some other meditation problems that'll crop up, and we'll talk about those. But I'd say the main one is thinking, and believe me, you're gonna think, you're gonna plan, you're gonna do all sorts of stuff while you're meditating that has nothing to do with meditation. And that's because you're human, and that's because it's natural, normal, and part of the process. So stop judging yourself, kick in the self-care and the self-love, and let yourself meditate how you're going to meditate that day, because each day is going to be different. And that's all I have on meditation problem number one. I can't stop thinking. Everyone have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.